In this video, I am going to show you how school teachers can help school children if they have spectacles. The first is how to identify them. I'm going to tell you 10 different ways to identify if a child has spectacles and 2 simple tests that you can do in your class. We are also going to talk about counseling, how to counsel parents, teachers, children, all of that. And also what kind of healthy eye habits that you can teach your children in your class. So let's watch. Hello, my name is Dr. Koheli Bhattacharya and today's video is about the role of school teachers when it comes to a child's spectacles wear. So there are 3 big roles that a teacher plays in the life of a child. The first is identify. They are the first people who will have the telltale signs that yes, this child may need glasses. The second thing is counseling. Counseling the parents to go and get their child's eyes checked, counseling the child to wear the glasses, counseling the other children in the class not to tease the child. And the third very important thing is adherence. Helping the child adhere to the new eye habits, the good eye habits that we teach them, the adherence to wearing the spectacles or adherence to their amblyopia therapy, whether it is wearing a patch to school or not. So let's get into all the 3 roles that a teacher plays in the life of a child who wears spectacles. So let's first talk about how to identify if a child in your class needs spectacles. So one of the first signs is that they narrow their eyes like this. That gives them clarity of vision because of something called the pinhole effect. And how to do a simple pinhole test in your class, I will tell you throughout this video later. The second thing is that the child is rubbing their eyes often. The third is that they are squinting or the eye is wandering. So what is squinting? When the child is looking at you from a distance in the class, you're seeing all the children and one of their eye tends to going out or is going inwards, that is the eye is wandering, that is a squint. When there is no alignment in the eyes and it seems as if the child is looking somewhere else, that is squinting. So if you notice that, then the child may have spectacles number. The fourth thing is that they frequently have headaches. The fifth is that they have a short attention span. They tend to be naughty children, especially when they are sitting in the back benches because they can't see the screen, right? They can't see the blackboard. So now they start disturbing the children next to themselves, or they are not feeling that interested in the class because they are not getting the visual clues. And 80% of all education in a school is through the visuals, and that is why the child is not getting interested and then tends to have is labeled as having a short attention span or a child who disturbs others. The next is that the child is either tilting their head or holding the head in a certain direction. Now don't stop the child from tilting the head because in certain eye conditions like nystagmus, the child can see better when they tilt the head. So just notice it and ask the parents to get the eyes checked. And if it is nystagmus, we'll deal with it in the video on what is nystagmus. You can see that if there is a child in your class who has nystagmus. The next thing is tripping and clumsy. If the child is constantly clumsy, especially in sports, misses catching a ball or is unable to hit the shuttlecock, then also it's a good sign to get their eyes checked. The next thing is a child who really enjoys reading. This is my favorite tip. So studious children in your class, the toppers in your class, the ones who love to read a lot of storybooks, who are always in the library, who would rather not go to the sports period but like to spend time in the library. You have seen that stereotypical thing where studious children are always wearing spectacles, right? So it started the other way around. They needed spectacles, that is why they became studious. So every single studious child, please get their eyes checked. The next thing is very shy children. The children who are very shy in your class, who don't speak up, who don't maintain eye contact, that could be a subtle sign that they need spectacles. And those are also the children who tend to be studious. The next thing is they get better marks in oral exams. So that again is a subtle sign that a child may need spectacles. When they are very good in their oral exams, answer something very quickly when you ask something orally, but in their written exams their handwriting is poor, they are missing out letters, and their marks in the written exams is lesser than their oral exams, please get their eyes checked. Now, two tests that you can do in your class absolutely every week or every month and see if you can identify some children who need spectacles. The first thing is called check one eye. This is a very common misconception that both the eyes will be having low vision. Sometimes what happens, one eye is perfectly good vision and one eye has very poor vision, and because they are seeing always with both eyes open, the child has absolutely none of these problems because they are using the good eye, and these children get missed out. These children then develop amblyopia or lazy eye in the eye which has poor vision. And you can, as a school teacher, be able to identify them so easily by asking the class during assembly to close one eye and read something that you've written on the blackboard, then close the other eye and read something that is written on the blackboard. And children who have a discrepancy between the two eyes, you can call them and say that you're going to give them something special so that they don't feel that this is some kind of test and they're going to be punished for it. So then once you get those children, you can then send a letter saying that please get your child's eyes checked. The second thing is called the pinhole test. In this pinhole test, you will take a plain piece of white paper, a plain sheet of paper, and make a hole in it, a simple hole with a pen, and that is called a pinhole, and ask the children to see the object or see the blackboard through the pinhole. The children who say that the vision or they can see the blackboard much better through the pinhole, those are the children who might need spectacles, and again you can then counsel the parents to get the eyes checked. So this was all about how to identify a child in your class who might need spectacles. Now let's talk a little bit about what are the types of counseling that a school teacher needs to do. The first bit of counseling is definitely writing a letter to the parents to getting the child's eyes checked, and that is such an important role that a teacher plays. The second thing is counseling the child once they have got the spectacles. One is to praise them for all the different things that they start to do. So if it was a studious child, when they start to play sports, you can praise them that yes, see, you are able to now kick the ball or catch the ball or hit the shuttle, and show them how much they have improved now that they are wearing spectacles. The second thing is support. Support in the form of not being excluded from sports, not being excluded from certain activities, and helping them adjust to their new identity. The third thing is that you might have to counsel the other children in the class. Once the child wears spectacles, not to tease them, to teach them what it is, what spectacles can do. The next thing is, if a child is wearing patches, then you may need to counsel the class separately that this child is going to be wearing a patch and how to support that child, right? Now another very important thing is, many parents will say, now that the child is wearing spectacles, let's make the child sit on the front bench. And this is a note to all the teachers that don't do that. Once the child is wearing spectacles, we expect them to read 6:6. So ask for clarification that can the child see 6:6 with their spectacles. Then the whole point of giving the spectacles was that the child should be able to sit anywhere and be just like normal children, have normal vision once they are wearing spectacles. If they are not wearing spectacles, those are the children who will come in front of the class. Those are the ones who will come in front of the board to see, and those are the ones who will come in front. And then you are going to send for the spectacles, and once they are wearing spectacles, they do not need to sit on the first bench. At least that is what I believe, and I tell all the parents that this kind of special treatment that the child needs to sit in the first bench now that they have spectacles is wrong. They should be able to see from any distance. Long distance is good. So that is a little note for the teachers. And also, rest of life, all through life, they will be tested like normal people and be able to see normal and be able to see 6:6 with their glasses. So let them sit wherever it is, even if the child is wearing spectacles. Except If the child has very poor vision less than 612, vision less than 612, even after wearing glasses, that is their best corrected visual acuity. If it's less than 612, yes, the child can sit in the first 2 rows, even in front of the first 2 rows, because they have low vision. Now let's talk about adherence. This rule of adherence only a school teacher can do. See, as a doctor, I will see the patient for about 15 minutes, once a month, or once in 3 months, or once in 6 months. The parents always say that they have absolutely no control over the children. Whatever they say, the children do not listen to them the way they listen to the school teacher. So the school teacher is the one who can really inculcate beautiful, healthy habits, healthy eye habits. So habits like outdoor sunlight time. Outdoor sunlight time has been shown to be the most important thing in reducing the chances of getting spectacles, like reducing normal children from even getting spectacles. And the second thing is, it also shows that the children who are already wearing spectacles it reduces the chances of the number going up. So outdoor sunlight time, telling the children not to sit in the class when the recess is going on or when the lunch break is going on, and that the classroom should be closed and all the children should be playing outdoors, is something that only the teacher can tell the students why it is so important, outdoor sunlight time. In the same vein, I want to say about carrots. Carrots have no evidence, it doesn't show anywhere, no research has ever been done that eating carrots is going to reduce your glasses number or prevent you from having glasses number. So if you are going to tell one single habit to the children, let that be outdoor sunlight time. Another habit that you can tell them is about screen time. There's another video of mine on screen time. You can watch that. There is an entire video on outdoor sunlight time. You can watch that or share it with parents. The next thing that we want to do is no touching of eyes. The more the children touch their eyes is how conjunctivitis spreads. Conjunctivitis does not spread through looking at each other. And in the schools, that is one amazing way to stop touching the eyes. Also, children who keep rubbing their eyes have a tendency to increase the curvature of their eyeballs and increased astigmatism. So just basically no touching of eyes and no rubbing of eyes. The next thing is spectacle care. Children who are continuously taking off their glasses, continuously cleaning their glasses with their shirt is something that a teacher can help them to change those habits and say that the glasses shall not be taken off from their face, from their eyes. The next thing is contact lens care. Some children after the age of 12, 10 are wearing contact lenses. So you might want to just teach them a little bit about contact lens care as well. Patching, a lot of children will wear a patch to school through their amblyopia therapy. So adherence to that, asking the child, how are you doing? Being mindful if a child has forgotten to wear spectacles, always asking, where are your spectacles? This happens to my child even, that sometimes the teacher will say, where are his spectacles? And me as an ophthalmologist did not even notice that he went to school without his spectacles. So that is something that a teacher can see. The next thing they can do is the 20-20-20 rule, that is adherence to good eye health. So when they have a lot of computer screen time, computer class in school, teaching them every 20 minutes to take a 20-second break and look 20 feet away. That is the 20-20-20 rule. So after every 20 minutes, ringing a small bell and telling all the children to look outside the window for 20 seconds and relaxing their eyes is a habit that you can form right in school, which is going to help them lifelong. The next thing is cupping, that is just rubbing their eyes and cupping their eyes at the end of a class would really help them to relax their eyes, and that is something that can be done, but with washed hands, clean hands. And as I said, we don't want to touch the eyes, but it is something that can be taught to the children once they wash their hands, dry their hands, that they can do a little bit of that, and that would also help them to take the eye strain off their eyes. Even simple figure of 8 exercises in the class can be taught to them. Of course, figure of 8 exercises, cupping of the eyes, and 20-20-20 exercises, none of these reduce spectacles, or reduce the chances of getting spectacles. So please don't say that I'm going to teach you a figure of 8 exercise or some eye exercises that are going to prevent your spectacles number from coming. These are just exercises to reduce the eye strain. They've been looking at the text for so long that just looking up, looking far, looking to the right, looking to the left is just going to help them stretch their eyes, right? And so I already mentioned about carrots. Carrots have absolutely shown no evidence that they can reduce the glasses number or reduce the chances of the number going up. So that is something that as an ophthalmologist I can share with school teachers, that if you are going to share, there is so much that you can do for the children, and I'm looking forward to the comments. What else, what kind of children do you have in your class? Where are you struggling with in identifying children who have spectacles or have some eye problems? Or if you have a special case, then you can also discuss that in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. I shall see you into another video.